Hello everyone! We are Àfrica Puig, Marta Rodríguez, Raquel Suárez and Anna Sarri, and we're early childhood education students at Manresa, the University of Manresa. Today we are going to show you 3 websites that offer some very interesting resources for teaching English to children. Let's start! To begin with, we chose Cambridge Assessment. While this website is quite exam-oriented, as it's the official Cambridge English webpage, there are some pretty interesting sections that can come in handy for English teachers. We can find 2 main sections that will be useful for us. On the one hand, there's Activities for Children. We can find it in the Learning English tab, more specifically in the Parents and Children section. And on the other hand, there's General English Teaching Resources, which is found in the Teaching English tab. In Activities for Children, we can find some songs and games, split into different levels of English, that will help children learn some vocabulary and expressions related to animals, family, parts of the body, etc. In addition, each proposal comes along with some material, videos, learning activities sheets, etc. This type of material can help children learn English in a fun way. We can use some of this material in class as teachers and create activities adapted to our class in particular. We think some activities proposed in this section have potential but need to be more flexible and attractive so that they pique the children's interest and curiosity and help them learn significantly. In General English Teaching Resources, there is loads of material for us English teachers that can be helpful to improve our own English language skills and also give us ideas to enhance our English teaching strategies and keep our classes motivating and exciting. Many of these resources involve sharing knowledge and communicating with other English teachers around the globe, which is something that we find really enriching. Now, we want to show you an example of an activity that we could do in class with the children.
On the webpage, we find an interactive activity called The Body, which focuses the learning on the different parts of the human body. This is an activity that we adapt to make it more attractive and motivating for the children. First of all, we can present the activity with the catchy song Head, Shoulder, Knees and Toes, as it's a fun way to introduce the English names of the body parts to the children. Next, we will try to learn and discover the names of the different parts of the head, the trunk and the limbs, throughout the following sessions. We will use images and cardboards, we play games, etc. What's most important, however, is that we have to make sure that children play an active part in their learning and interact with each other. Another website is Teach English. The teaching primary section is the one that interests us most. There we can find 5 main types of resources: lesson plans, activities, story and poems, songs, and teaching tools. Although this website is not oriented to infant education teaching, there are many useful and diverse resources that we, as English teachers, can adapt with preschool children. In every activity proposal, there's a detailed explanation of what it's about, and there's also attached material that can be downloaded for free. We think this webpage offers a large variety of interesting resources to use in our English lessons. The fact that every activity is so well described adds to the quality of this material. We, as a teacher, can benefit from this material as a whole for simply as inspiration, adapting it to our children's interests and our own context.
In this website, we find an activity called The Very Busy Spider, which is based on a children's style. The story describes the daily life of the main character, the spider, who keeps coming across different animals. Based on this resource, we made up the following activities: telling the story with a puppet, singing the song A Spider in the Web, which appears as a resource in this activity, creating our own puppet based on our favorite character from the book, and representing the story in English through our movements. The children have to represent all the different animals and the actions that take place during the story using their movements. In this web page, we can find different material divided in 3 main sections: lesson plans, teaching English, and quizzes and games. In the first section especially, we find some great resources for our English teaching classes.
This web page is not only useful to learn new strategies and have material to make English learning interesting, but is also really helpful for the teacher's own English learning process, bearing in mind that it never ends. What we find really useful about this web page is that it gives us, teachers, material and tips to learn English in general, but more specifically to learn English through films or videos, music and internet. We all know that these resources interest us and can be of great use, but at times it's difficult to find some quality material, and this website actually offers some of it. Activity. This web page presents us with a way to introduce a new language through TV, series, shows or films. We think this is an interesting strategy to use in class, as this type of visual entertainment tools pique people's interest, and therefore children's too. In this activity, we will watch extracts strategically picked by us, the teachers, from a children's film that the kids will have previously chosen, so they will all know what it's about. After watching these short extracts, we will try to have some conversation with the children regarding the characters, their physical traits, their actions, their expressions, etc. We will try to stress some of the most daily related expressions that appear in those scenes, so they are more significant to the children and they can put it in good use.